as well as Green Buffaloes of Zambia. Like we said, it's a full 10 days, starting today on the 15th of August all the way up until 24th August. And this is Mpila Stadium. The fans keep coming. The others missed the first encounter, and now it's the second game of the match, day one at Mpila Stadium. The debutants in the name of University of Western Cape taking on Green Buffaloes, the 2022 champions as far as this competition is concerned. So we wait to see of how the debutants will replicate what their fellow debutants in the name of Herentals have actually done this afternoon. Herentals Queens had a very dream start to their first appearance of the CAF Women's Champions League, beating FC Ongos that are not new. It's only the name that is actually new, but they have ever graced this tournament, and now they have got to lose in their first encounter. Now we've got another similar encounter coming in the name of University of Western Cape of South Africa taking on Green Buffaloes of Zambia, and these are the 2022 champions of the tournament. And today, they would want to replicate what they had in 2022. We had to hear from the coaches of what is their expectation of their encounter, starting with the debutants that are also the home side, the University of Western Cape. The focus as we are for your first encounter against the Green for Zambia, what were you for?
At least we had a little chance to see on them. We know some of them, obviously they play for the national team. The opportunity last year to watch them at home. So we have a little bit history on how they play. We didn't change the push. We did an analysis, I think, but during the day, during the game.
What formation are you going with in this?
We are going for 4-3-3, our normal formation.
And what's the specific thing that you're looking for in the first match?
First 10-15. Make sure that we Dolly, if we get a chance to score, it will be good for us. But just make sure that secondly, we read them and then approach the rest of the first half.
Know the best into the match.
Thank you so much.
Out of teams, you are the only one to ever test this competition. Is that more motivating to the girls?
It is easier to fee, but it is very difficult to championship. So it comes with challenges because every team meeting us wants to beat once upon champion. So we've got a lot of even other teams that have been
facing a team that are played, making a debut into this team. What kind of strategy and formation going this afternoon?
It's tricky playing a team that you've known before. We once in a while, but to try and face this game, we might plan this in another way. So we'll be able to read the game, to re-strategize according to the first 10-15 minutes we'll be playing.
Preparations towards this match, what kind of information would you use in the first half as you're reading the game?
Definitely would want to start with two formation, which helps us increase in offense as well as in attack, to transition from attacking using a 4-4-3 formation.
Are you looking for an early goal, or maybe be careful not to concede?
I'm very careful not to concede, but by all means to get an early goal. We see how the strategy after we score.
Thank you so much. The best into the match.
Thank you.
A very good afternoon and welcome to the Mpila Stadium for this intriguing match that is up next. It is the University of the Western Cape. They are from South Africa and they're up against the Green Buffaloes from Zambia. They are billing it the final before the final, not because of just not getting the credit that they deserve, but because of the quality of football that is expected to be on display, Gloria Brown is the name. However, looking at these conditions out here at the Impira Stadium, it is 30 degrees Celsius, pretty sunny. There's a bit of a wind that is blowing southwesterly, which is very important for the players to keep the venue very, very cool. It feels like it is 32 or 34%, 34 degrees, and the fans have trickled in their numbers to witness this encounter. And they have promised the both coaches, Tina Sonke Mbuli of UWC, and so is Caroline, who is the under-17 national coach of Zambia. So two formidable ladies that are out to dish out their stuff in this intriguing match. Well, as the ball boys are getting ready to lead the players onto the park, the COSAFA flag showing how strong the wind actually is where we are. It is an artificial surface. We're looking at about a 6,500 capacity seater stadium. But this is what they're playing for. This is the trophy that is going to set the cats amongst the pigeons. We're talking about a ticket all the way to the CAF Champions League to join Mamelodi Sundowns, who are the defending champions and have already booked their spot. School is out, and a number of fans who have come to witness this occasion, young and old, they are intrigued. They are anticipating women's football at its best. Well, the kids who are also looking at their idols will definitely want to look at players like Martha Banda, whom they heard about. They want to get a touch and a feel about them, not forgetting Agnes Piri and Everine Katongo. It is on the other side, Figile Magama, Amukelang Matau. They just want to get a feel of the players. Beautiful, colorful display of the teams as they enter the war zone. I call it the war zone, all because the battle lines are drawn enough to ensure that they go out sizzling, going out making sure that they've given blood, sweat, and everything they have on offer. When we look at UWC, they talk of a team that has finished 3 times runners-up to Mamelodi Sundowns. Green Buffaloes, on the other hand, holding the record for the most number of appearances of a team at this tournament, this being their 4th appearance. As the captains stand out and the referees also all kitted out, beautiful and bold and ready to deliver a fantastic match. What a wonderful day it is out here in Blantyre, Malawi, and a moment to cherish for all the locals, and credit given to the Football Association for hosting a fantastic tournament of this magnitude. I have alongside me Esther Banda. She is the analyst in today's encounter. However, she will give you her views as the match progresses. The dignitaries are making their way onto the park as Ms. Banda there, who's been involved in women's football and driven Zambian football to great heights. We're looking at the results of the Zambian team that has just come back from the Olympics, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about. As we continue to build, as we continue to rebuild, we continue to make a statement to the world, and definitely continue to import players. Kunda Nanji, the world's most expensive player, playing her football out in the US, coming from Zambia, and credit has got to be given to the developers of the game. Barbara Banda, making history at the Olympics, continues to rave about football out in Zambia. As the dignitaries continue to congratulate the people on the ground, it is a moment of great magnitude. UWC waited for this moment. UWC have come to represent South Africa. UWC are hoping to be on the end of 3 points. But so tight it is, as both coaches promises that they are going to be on the winning side. As we look at that trophy, it's going to be a tough call.
This is going to be one of the biggest matches of today's.
What a pleasure to have you here. As Football Association of Malawi, we are very much proud and indeed we have got joy that today we are witnessing something that will be written in the history. For the first time, we are hosting the women's qualifiers in Malawi. I welcome all members of COSAFA who are here, all the management of COSAFA led by Madam Sue, all the teams from all the 8 countries, and also let me welcome all the officiation team who are here. On behalf of the Association of Malawi, I welcome you all and I wish you all the best as you watch this tournament. And I believe that this tournament is going to be very, very exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening, and I'll leave the minister to do the honors. Thank you very much.
On behalf of COSAFA, and on behalf of the president of COSAFA, Mr. I'd like to say we are very excited at COSAFA to be here and to have this tournament actually hosted here. Minister, President of FAM, you may sure that this is the first edition that we're having a fire. Very optimistic that this will not be the first one, that this will be actually the beginning of the championships to be held in Malawi. We are very excited and we hope and believe that all the fans out here will also enjoy the games that are on at the moment. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you especially to the minister and to the farm president for hosting us and for believing in women's football and ensuring that we have the platform to showcase what the women are doing in football. Thank you. And now, it's my honor
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome each one of you here at the village in Blatter City, in Malawi, the warm heart of Africa. I want each and every one of you to feel most welcome to Malawi. And on behalf of the state president of this country, Dr. Chapela, and on behalf of the government of the Republic of Malawi and the people of Malawi, I would like to say thank you for making it to this venue. Ladies and gentlemen, with these few remarks, I would like to declare the CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers officially open. Thank you very much.
All the customary greetings, and the officiating is done at the bottom of the field on the touchline, and it is time to rumble. It is time to get ready. It is time for the teams to go out and dish out their stuff. It is the Zambian team that is led by their captain, Memory Ntala, who is ever present in that defense, and they welcome UWC and the experience of Green Buffaloes, taking them and making them the favorites of Group A. UWC, they are in the navy uniform with a bit of yellow trimmings, while Green Buffaloes are in the black and white, predominantly white uniform with the white stockings. So much is mentioned about this team. Champions of 2022, semi-finalists of 2023, semi-finalists in 2021. As we have a look at the substitutes that are being congratulated by the various dignitaries as they declare the tournament open. 2024 Blantyre, Malawi, Mpira Stadium is where we're at. And this is the lineup of the University of Western Cape. Isphelele Dlamini, Nokolo Xesane, Fikile Magama, Bongega Gamede. It is Lona Temba Mhlongo, as well as Sibulele Cecilia Holweni. Those are the players that will be in the starting lineup. Substitute on the bench, Kaya Klesi, Sineguku Zondi, and that being the capable and able supporting players as the two captains get out to the center circle. The toss is out, the jury is out, and they are to get ready. It is the Green Buffaloes that will get us underway. Our referees for this match, it is Netebeleng Teresa Satoko of Lesotho and Ndetewa Amuku of Namibia. Progress Chasimwana of Zimbabwe. Chipo Maimbo Mercy being the fourth official. The match commissioner is Suzgo Ngwira. It is all systems go as Zambia pose for the wonderful picture before they take us through. The lineup put forward by Coach Carroll is Aisha Mbwama in goal, Esther Siamfuko, Martha Banda, not forgetting Esther Banda, Judith Zulu, as well as Namuto Chileshe, and on the bench you have Agnes Piri and Natasha and Kumalo, as well as Andwe Chanda. So a very, very strong lineup with a very, very capable and able bench as the teams get ready. It is the referee in Tebeleng, Teresa, who is making sure that everything is perfect. Everything is ready and asking for divine intervention. Without it, this is not possible for those who believe, and why not, as Alona Temba Mhlongo asks for the power. We off and about at the Mpira Stadium. It is immediately Green Buffaloes who get us underway. This match does promise to be one of those where we are going to be spoiled with the brilliance of football and not forgetting the tactical awareness. When we talk about women's football, we talk about two brilliant women that are on the touchline, and we talk about Carol Kanyemba of Zambia, as well as Tina Sonkembuli, who is the assistant coach to Desiree Ellis out in South Africa for Banyana Banyan. Ball out, and it's a throw in. And immediately in the air, Esther Siamfuko with great control. And it is in the middle of the park. Judith Zulu. Zulu goes all the way to her captain. We're talking about Memory Ntala. Memory Ntala, who has been part of this team for the past 7 years, has grown in leaps and bounds. Nokolo Xesane, one of the twins that South Africa boasts and has been able to develop to greater heights. She had a stint out in France, moved along and got another opportunity to play in Mexico, and currently playing a football for UWC. Decent ball, slightly overcooked. The idea from UWC, Figile Magama, who will be a Tiger, supported by Amogelang, who loses possession and kindly given back out on the left-hand side for UWC. We're going to be saying Ntombi Fikile Ndlovu. Ball rotation. Great stuff as the two coaches come in. We're looking at the formation here, Esther. Defensively for UWC, they've packed the midfield with 5 players. They've got just one player up front, Pilisa Mjambane. What do you think about this formation?
These formations just prove to you that this is a big game and that the UWC, they have big shoes to fill. You know, they are representing South Africa. So going against 2022 winners, who are the Green Buffaloes, it's not an easy game. You can't take this lightly.
Talking about not taking it lightly, a moment earlier, shot just going a little bit wide, and that was the early shot from UWC. When we're looking at Green Buffaloes, on the other hand, they've also got 4 at the back with 2 holding midfielders in Judith Zulu as well as Everine Katongo. She's just 21 years of age, but a defensive midfielder whose ability to read the game is second to none. Combining well with Zulu, they form a pivotal pair that has optimum blend. And looking at Marilyn Mulenga as well as Agnes Perry on the left and the right hand side for Green Buffaloes, these 2 players are really troublesome. And up front it is Vanessa Chikupila as well as Bwalia Chileshe. Those are the players that are expected to bang in the goals. UWC are also dishing out stuff, winning the ball back. Magama winning it for UWC. Rotation out to the left-hand side. Magama needs a cross, delivers, intercepted, and there are shouts for a bit of a handball, but referee is spot on with the action. Nokolo, hard at work, hard at running, and this is Sibulele Holweni, utility player, comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper. The crowd is up and about. The crowd is on their feet. They are appreciating the football on display.
They are appreciating the football because it's a stampede out here, and it's a very fast player. You can see how they're coming in with energy.
Well, talking about pace is something we were expecting. The formations put out by the coach, Nokolo will push up. You'll also get Sibulele Holweni, who has the ability to play in every position that you can give her. Tactical flexibility aplenty. When we're talking about chess, we're talking about 2 coaches that will go out there, read the game, as we can see the 2 teams settling into some sort of rhythm. Here's Amogelang losing out. The ball a little too strong. Header away. Here's a chance for Green Buffaloes. That ball going all the way over the bar, and an attempt, and that was Everine Katongo, who was asking the questions pretty early on. Everine Katongo, just 21 years of age is Everine Katongo, one of 5 players that is part of the the national team of Zambia. So when you talk about youngsters that have got a bright future, Everine Katongo is one of those.
It is one of them, and when we talk about Copper Queens, they depend on these young players because they've got fast blood. They're still young, they can run fast. As you can see, the game is moving so fast, and it will be one of those games that we're going to enjoy of first campaign.
There were concerns about losing their goalkeeper, the number 1 goalkeeper, Rigo, who has torn an ACL, and she will definitely be out of football for almost a year plus. But they have a capable and able Spesi Dlamini in goals, who has done exceptionally well for UWC. Knox, Amogelang, Knox on the ball. She can go to the left, she can go to the right, but she's pickpocketed. Everine Katongo is having none of it. Katongo out to the left-hand side. Marta Banda is available. However, Memory Ntala just hacks that ball away. To no man's land. That will give an opportunity for Esther Siamfuka to start the build-up. Good turn. Running out of space. Vanessa Chikupila. It's a throw-in for UWC. Figile Magama to take the throw-in. Fikile Magama to take the throw-in. In actual fact, it is, they say the last touches of UWC, and it is a throw-in for Esther Siamfuko. She has 6 caps for Copper Queens. Away. This time it is Bongeka Kamede. What a fox. Nokolo showing a skill, losing out, and has company in Everine Katongo. She's been given a responsibility. So you're looking at a fight between the 2 number 12s. Keep an eye on Everine Katongo and Nokolo Asad. Ball hacked away this time as Lona Temba Mhlongo tidies up, kept in play, and this is what one was expecting. A little bit of skill that was on display as Ntomfikile Ndlovu was figured out that she tried to skip and ride a challenge away by UWC. And this time, Knox in the mid, looking rather menacing, looking like she's going to enjoy this match. Gives away possession needlessly. Esther Siamfuko switching to Agnes Piri. Agnes Piri gives away possession. Good communication. Gama goes into the challenge and doesn't pull out. On the left-hand side is where Green Buffaloes lanky player in Malin Mulenga. So much is talked about of Malin Mulenga, the future star.
The future star, indeed, of Green Buffaloes. She has done a lot to contribute on this team. When you look at the 2021, 22, and now appearing for the full time, a lot has been expected from her, and we're going to see a lot what she's going to give in this game.
Malin Mulenga, who is a promising youngster that has really taken Zambian football by storm. There's information on Malin there. Ball from the back. There's a patient build-up as Nokolo just plays it back. Player losing balance, and unfairly so, says the referee, Teresia Sitoko. Pilisa Mchambane, who's the target player up front. Pilisa Mchambane. Amu looking for Pilisa. They've got 5, 6, 7 players to deal with. Knox. Oh, playing the beautiful 1-2. Knox. And keeper comes out. That's a brilliant save. Good reading of the game. Knox playing the quick 1-2. This is a beautiful moment, a good passage of play. Here's Knox showing some good skill, and a lovely play from Ntomfikile Ndlovu, spotting the run and playing it back to Knox, who just needed to connect and maybe take a strike. Ntomfikile, Ntomfikile in no hurry, has great vision, is Ntomfikile. Back to Bongeka Kamede in the middle of the park as Knox. She is really looking for her captain in Amukelang Motau. Here is Ndlovu. Ndlovu out to the left-hand side, looking for Kamede. Kamede finds Knox yet again. This ball being played into space. However, Mchambane doesn't read the letter that is being written by Knox. Away by Fikile Magama.
Yeah, talking about Mulenga, we just have to highlight out that she scored the only goal against Zambia.
Here's a chance for Zambia in the opposition. Pass and a chance! The Woodwork coming to the rescue. Good follow-up and brilliant piece of work. Fikile Magama had to make sure that she tidies up, but this was Green Buffaloes at its best. We promised you a thriller minute. We promised you some entertaining stuff. We promise you that this match is going to give you the thrills and the spills. And definitely, the keeper out of your picture of UWC has stayed down. The keeper of UWC has stayed down. Let us have a look at this move. It was capitalized by Bwalia, and a good strike by Malin Mulenga, reminding the people why she is the target player for Green Buffaloes. There's a player down.
Yes, Mulenga is very great. When you look at what she did with Zambia, with Namibia back in 2021, she scored the only goal that exited that team. And right now, she just registered that she's in the pitch, and the reason why they are 2022 champions, Green Buffaloes.
Coaches have a moment to organize the team. Coaches have a moment to revisit the plan. Whilst the water break is being given, we spoke about the heat stress machine being above 27 degrees. We're currently sitting at 31 degrees at the Imperial Stadium. Coaches are frantic, anxious, and so is the crowd, but appreciating some fantastic football. Fikile Magama has been in the thick of things, and you're looking at Knox, who's really enjoying herself and knocking the quick 1-2s, small triangles for UWC.
For UWC, indeed, she's standing out in the crowd, and the way she's coordinating with the other players in the midfield, it's really, really working out for the team. They should just keep that up, and Zambia can be frustrated.
This is the earlier moment that got the crowd off their feet. It was a beautiful strike from the left-hand side. Keeper was beaten hands down. And again, you got to look at the strength. You got to look at the speed. You got to look at the tenacity, using both the feet, being able to pull off a beautiful shot. That was Vanessa Chikupila. Just remember that name, Vanessa Chikupila. We're on the opposite end. And this time, Amu gets to the ball quickest. Knox finds Amu on the edge of the box, looking for a quick 1-2. It is Green Buffaloes who come away with it. And that is as far as the midfield. Lona Temba Mhlongo, Fikile Magama. It's a long ball, trying to get behind the defense of Green Buffaloes. Keeper, Aisha Bwana, reads the danger. Is very quick off the line as Aisha.
Aisha served some of the penalties in 2022 against the Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns, when the Green Buffaloes actually went to penalties with Sundowns. So she is actually one of the great goalkeepers, and she actually won a golden glove for that as well.
Talking about Mamelodi Sundowns, who last season scored a massive 52 goals. That was an average of 3.87 goals per match. Mamelodi Sundowns setting the record for the most number of goals scored in the CAF Champions League qualifiers. They have booked a spot as defending champions. And here is Fikile Magama. Vanessa stopped in her tracks. Green Buffaloes looking for another moment, soaking up the pressure, letting through with the long balls all the way to the goalkeeper. Here's Amu. Magama. They come out of trouble with their intricate passing. Here's a chance for Siamfuko to bring in her captain. Siamfuko under pressure. UWC closing down, but it is in the middle of the park. Holweni giving away possession. Gama. Amukelang. Knox. Sinokolo Kwesan. 23 years of age is Knox. She runs out of room and gives away a goal kick. This will allow Green Buffaloes to build yet again from the back. The earlier match, it was Herential Queens and FC Ongos from Namibia. So Zimbabwe drawing first blood, winning that one by 3-1. This time it is two experienced sides. Amogelang has been asked to leave the park after receiving treatment on the field. Goalkeeper plays it short. Only as far as Matabanda. Pick pocketed by UWC. It is Nomfigile Ndlovu. Ball over the top, over keeper, quick off the line to read the danger. She's looking for the space. She wants the discipline. Esther Siamfuko, 6 caps, 20 years of age, future absolutely bright. Here's Green Buffaloes. Wind taking the ball away, forcing players to read the game rather carefully. Malin Mulenga. Mulenga finds her captain, Memory Ntala. Ntala on the ball as they're switching to Martha Banda. Martha on the right-hand side for Green Buffaloes. It's Amu who wins it back for UWC. Sibulele Holweni brings a bit of calm in the side. But again, Nondumiso Manengela is another one of those players thus far who's getting a bit of defensive duties. Nengela turning 360 degrees. Brian brings it into the middle of the park where Sibulele Holweni takes the shot. Green Buffaloes, it's Vanessa Chikupila. Chikupila sends that ball in looking for Agnes Piri. Agnes Piri still on the ball. Chikupila, Vanessa showing some good skill. Still on the ball, takes a shot. And, Figile Magama.
That is a brilliant defense. And as you have seen so far, it's Vanessa versus Magama. And if that goalkeeper is not alert, anything can happen.
Well, absolutely. It is about taking moments. It is about making use of opportunities. Buffaloes forced a little bit backwards to build yet again. This time, one bounce comfortably into the hands of Dlamini. Lona Temba Mthongo, Figile Magama, good combination. Bongeka Gamede, great experience in that defense. Dom Figile Ndlovu showing a good pair of heels. She has to contend with Judith Zulu. Everine Katonga, who's just poised in that defensive role. Goalkeeper very alert. Not the tallest of goalkeepers, I must add, which is an Achilles heel for African football, especially African women's football.
African women football is also an added advantage when it comes to height on the goal.
Disadvantage, rather, because the shorter you are, the more difficult it is for the high balls. Ball out. Throw in. Green Buffaloes tidying up. This to allow everybody to take responsibility. Knox playing a quick 1-2, and this time she has company in the form of Ndumiso Manengalela. Figile Magama in a very advanced role, and she seems to be given the responsibility to take the standard situations. Is Figile Magama. Amogelang, Magama, lack of communication. But the last touch coming off a white jersey. Knox hustling away, and the battle will continue as Agnes Piri will use her pace, play the 1-2. Good enough. Chileshe Amogelang just pushed out of the way. The referee, who is spot on with the action, immediately apologizes, and the referee giving her the thumbs up. This game played in a very good spirit.
It is very good because you can see the players. It's like they're showing you that they're ready for this. And if you look at Zambia, it's not even about them being the champions before. UWC also are here because they've actually earned their place in this tournament.
They earned their place by virtually finishing second to Mamelodi Sundowns, and as Mamelodi Sundowns, who have automatically qualified, it's an opportunity and one that went comfortably into the basket, and Aisha Bwana making sure that she doesn't make a mistake. There is no spillages, very minimal errors that one sees.
They cannot afford any errors. The time is now, and if you look at Green Buffaloes, they've made semi-finals on every stage, so we just have to look out what's going to happen today.
Evelyn Katongo, she brings in Judith Zulu. Judith Zulu loses out in possession, and immediately possession won back by Green Buffaloes. On the left-hand side, Esther Siamfuko. Siamfuko goes all the way back, and she is looking comfortable, Siamfuko. Festa Banda, the blonde bombshell, Esther Banda. They seem to like the peroxide together with the Ntomfikile Ndlovu. They have the dye on the head. At some stage, this was such a fashion. Green Buffaloes, 20 minutes on the clock. Green Buffaloes coming pretty close. Siamfuko losing out, taking an eye off the ball momentarily. As Tina Sonke, it's been a nervous moment for both coaches. Caroline Kayemba, who has been given the responsibility to take the under-17s to the FIFA World Cup. There's a strong wind out here. Papers are flying. So we do apologize for a moment in lapse of concentration. UWC win it back on the left-hand side. Sibulele Holweni. She has company as Holweni. Holweni finds Nondumiso Manengela. Joining into the fun, Antonia Maponya. Here's a chance for UWC. Keeper comes out, protects herself, comes up with the foot in the air, and that is also a warning that come into my territory and you will be at your own, and you will do it on your own risk. Goalkeepers need to command the area.
They need to command the area, because if they are not careful, they are the ones that can give away the team.
Siamfuko is available, but this time Everine Katongo switching play, looking for Banda on the left-hand side, but it is Lona Temba Mhlongo using a goalkeeper. Mhlongo finds Sibulela Holweni. Holweni on the left-hand side. This time it is Antonia Maponya. Maponya is comfortable. Maponya is comfortable. Nondumiso Manengela. One back by Amo, who's very pivotal, very peripheral to the action of UWC. Goalkeeper under pressure. This time intercepted by Everine Katongo. Green Buffaloes losing out. Knox brings in Ndlovu. Ndlovu plays it with Knox. Some good skill by Knox. She has company. Ntomfikile Ndlovu brought down. Fans are enjoying it, pleasing to the eyes. Some good interplay, some skill on display. Still 0-0 the scoreline.
Yeah, talking about display, when you see the way Ndlovu is playing, she kind of reminds me of Melinda Caglieti. You know, she's holding about 8 goals to her name. So she kind of reminds me of Caglieti. We can see some of the resemblance in her on the field of the play.
Ball on the edge of the box and losing possession, losing her footing at a vital moment. But this will allow Green Buffaloes to build, and build they will. And available in that is Bwalia Chileshe. Green Buffaloes will have a throw-in. Buffaloes need to push the numbers. We've seen some good structure. We've seen some good discipline. Zulu. Chileshe. Lovely touches as Everine Katongo's forced backward and has to deal with the pace of Knox. But she runs out of room as Sinokolo. Stlesane. Knox Stlesane. Her twin sister is Sinokolo. First touch takes the ball away from her body at Chileshe. Ball bobbling in the air and getting an important touch as Agnes Peary, keeper's available, but she has company as Vanessa is quite a hustler. Vanessa trying to turn the defender inside out. Amo does the diffusion, stops that attack in the tracks. Fikile Magama Bongega Gamede, who is giving the goalkeeper instructions to just slow it down a little. I think there's a bit of frantic play from UWC, using Bongega Gamede's experience to communicate the coach's instruction.
And it can feel the intensity of the match on the pitch, and I can tell by now where I'm sitting, the coaches, that they're sweating bullets. Where are they sitting right now?
Antonia Maponya, Knox losing out. Possession turned over. Memory Ntala. Ntala looking for Agnes Chikupila. Chikupila is dispossessed and tied it up. This time it's Figile Magama who does a brilliant job. Intercepted by Everine Katongo. Bullets. Here's Ndlovu on the ball. Ball is looking for Chambani. Chambani takes the ball to the left. Knox is available. Step over and eliminates the player. The crowd are loving it. Everine Katongo. Everine Katongo. The coach says go out and have fun, but be purposeful. Here is the pace of Bwalia. Chileshe. Chileshe keeps it in play. Who's available? They need the white shirts. And that will go for a goal kick.
That was a safe thing to do. Otherwise, if that ball could have just been around that box, anything could have happened in that area.
Well, we're looking at safety first being applied, but in that particular moment, Green Buffaloes were in with the chance. They just needed to be patient, allow the numbers to drop a little bit deeper than expected, and hopefully they would benefit from that move.
And you can see that they keep knocking on the door of UWC. They're making it hard for them to penetrate on the other side.
Talking about making it hard, these teams are evenly poised. Possession turned over. Peary on the ball, dispossessed by Knox. Knox has rooms. Knox has, she's in the mood. Amkhelang, she brings in, and this is a destructive Nondumiso. Nondumiso goes out for Ndlovu. Ndlovu in an offside position. Offside, says the assistant referee. Amuku Olivia put a flag up almost immediately. Nde ngatetwa. Amuku on the left-hand side, assisting the referee, Sitoko. Chatsamwa from Zimbabwe on the far end of the field. Siamfuko. Nicely done into the midfield, Judith Zulu. And it is intercepted by Knox. Domfigi puts a foot down. Amu brings in Magama. Magama was clipped on the ankles and down she goes. Guilty party, Malin Malenga. She's livid with her teammate, is Malin.
She has actually, and it will be a very, very, very hard and nail-biting finish for this first half because it's very intense.
Here's the moment of Figile Magama eliminating Malin Mulenga. She doesn't like that, and she tells the referee, I went for the ball, but we all know she didn't go for the ball. Well, they normally say in football, it's either the ball or the man. And in this particular case, the woman. Amukhelang, shot. One bump, comfortable. Away from the goal, Aisha would look at that and say, bring it on.
She is right there waiting for any ball that comes her way so that she can just put it aside.
Talking about putting it aside is Vanessa is dropping a little deeper than expected. Vanessa's full of running. but she has company and almost being stopped in her tracks. Vanessa continued her run. Anywhere will do. Figile Magama tidies up. This will allow UWC to organize the defense, to organize their midfield. Pushed backwards to Everine Katongo. Offside flag is up and the referee not picking it up or allowing. And in actual fact, she does that moments later, allowing the game to flow. And that is so important because she doesn't want to stop and start the game.
It is very important for the players to organize when they're disorganized. That way we can have a good match to watch.
Ndlovu Magama away by Green Buffaloes. Ball gone out of touch, and the ball girls will be very, very quick to give that ball back. Crowd still looking on and wondering who's going to break the deadlock. We have 32 minutes and counting. 32 minutes on the clock. No is the scoreline. Imperial Stadium is where we're at. We are expecting, as the tournament progresses, that the stadium will be full to capacity. Siamfuko, good control. Siamfuko has support from Everine Katongo. Katongo brings in Ndlovu. Ndlovu plays it into the midfield. Nondumiso. Nondumiso finds Amu. Ball trying to find Sibulele Holweni. And again, won back by UWC. Ball out to the left-hand side. UWC were part of a tournament held recently of the universities. They play the final against TUT. And unfortunately for Bonkega Kamede, losing a footing at a crucial moment and using a hand for balance. But the flag went up, and rightfully so.
It went up just when she was starting to pick up the pace so that she can run towards the goal.
It's not even about running towards the goal. She was losing her balance in that particular moment. She cannot run towards a goal. She needs to defend and clear that ball away. As Kameda, referee, is on duty. As in looking at the goalkeeper, they'll definitely take a strike at the goalkeeper. There's three players that are interested. Played back. And the shot, it's on the edge of the box, still not dealt with. And a shot that is very tame. And just losing out in that particular moment. But you can see that that was a moment that they practice in training.
Unfortunately, they scrambled it out. There was no clear picture of where the ball was going because the players were all over the place and the defense was good.
Talking about players all over the place, that is the disruption of the defense of UWC, making sure that they don't get a clear goal, clear opportunity. We saw in Rental's game against Ongos, they weren't able to clear their lines, and that resulted in a goal.
And we can see the ref telling the Green Buffaloes to calm down, take it easy. If you guys injure yourself here, we're not going to have a match at all.
One thing that was expected was fluidity. One thing that was expected was pound for pound. And they haven't disappointed. In an advanced position, UWC knocks on the ball. Trying to sell a dummy as Amukhalang. This is the pace that will be very worrying as Kamede brings a goalkeeper. It's quick off a line. And had to be certain. They're not familiar to playing on the artificial turf as Amukhelang Mutau is taken out of the equation rather horribly in the middle of the park. And this is the second time that Amukhelang is taken down in a horrible way. Judith Zulu is finding it very difficult to contain a very determined Amukhelang Mutau. A yellow card, the first of this match for Judith Zulu.
A yellow card indeed. You could see that was a foul, and it must be painful where she is down there.
Have a look at that. Eye focused on the ball. Judith had no business in attacking the player in that particular manner, and deserving of a yellow card. The referees have been put through their paces before this particular tournament. Also a simulation of VAR coming to the shores of Malawi. I think it has been a fantastic time for football in Malawi, benefiting from this particular tournament.
And being the first country to go through that course, Malawi's are really honored to be participating in this VAR course.
Well, South Africa also used the VAR in Durban. They used the VAR in Atteridgeville. That was when they launched it for the first time. Dobsonville Stadium was another venue where VAR was launched. COSAFA really the leaders in terms of VAR on the African continent. Moments of disruption, moments as the ball is hoisted highest comfortably into the hands of Aisha. For a goalkeeper, one would, especially on the artificial turf, be looking and hoping that they would wear long shorts because the grass can burn. Here's a chance. Agnes close down and again clipped on the ankles. While Vanessa Chikupila is breathing heavily down the necks of Figile Magama. She goes down, and the referee was very quick to spot that and was wondering if tempers were going to flare.
And Fekile had just to take one for the team.
This is the strength, this is the speed, and Vanessa trying to get in between that defense. Knox. There's a response. Magama. Zovu. Another challenge. This time Knox on the receiving end. Both players. Questions been asked of the referee to just keep an eye on the two players. This is what happened, the incident earlier on, and you see the player being missing that, and Malin Mulenga also grimacing in pain, Knox grimacing in pain.
They both have a taste of each other's boots.
Talking about a taste of each other's boots. Neither player wanting to move out, but the free kick is given. And on the edge of the box, it falls kindly for UWC. Ndlovu, a little too strong, but collected by Sibulele. Holweni threading that ball through to Holweni. Nondumiso. Seems like Holweni is expected to be quite explosive, dropping a little deeper than expected. Amogelang protecting that ball very well on the left-hand side. Knox. Oh, ball trying to thread it between the lines. Bouncing as Bongega Kamede heads it away. Knox comes out with it. In the middle is Knox. Knox finds Amogelang. Amo brings in Ndlovu. Ndlovu will show a good pair of legs. Eliminates one. And too quick to get into the box is Mjombane. However, here is Kamede. Kamede looks for Lona Temba. Lona Temba on the left-hand side goes to Maponya. Ball bobbling in the 18-yard. Easy pickings for Aisha Mbwana. Amu loses out. She wins it back, but it's in the air. And Vanessa, who's on the ball, has two players to deal with. Anyway, will do for UWC. When they get to that final third, they hack it away. They know safety first applies. They don't want to have Green Buffaloes in their half. In full stretch, looking for Figile Magama. Magama is looking for the player to thread that ball through. Mchamban takes a shot. It's no harm as that ball goes over the wall. And lucky are those who will pick it up on the other side of the fence. So it's one ball gone.
One ball gone indeed.
Just running out of room, running out of ground. 41 minutes of end-to-end stuff. That's how tight it is. Throw in, UWC. Nondumiso. Green Buffaloes come away with it. Vanessa. Siamfuko. Vanessa in acres of space. Vanessa forced backwards. She has Ndlovu for company. Judith gives away possession. Manengela. Lack of communication in that moment. Maponya. Ndlovu. Heavy first touch. Vanessa says thank you very much. A strike that will not trouble the goalkeeper. Malin Mulenga is very eager to get a name onto the score sheet.
Goals in the net and she defends very well. Today it's just that they're facing the Giants, the Buffaloes, so it's going to be a very hard ball to play.
Here's the keeper that goes and picks it up. Keeper Spisile Dlamini. Responsibility of Lona Temba Mhlongo is to defend. But when they have a set piece, she's one of those players that goes up to give the numbers, to impose her stature, and hopefully get to the end of that. We are almost over 45 minutes, or just about 45 minutes, plus referee's optional time. And still no one breaking the deadlock. Magama on the ball. Amu wanting to finish rather strongly as UWC. On the left, far left, it's Antonia Maponya. Referee blows the whistle. 3 minutes is to be added to the first 45 minutes. 3 minutes. Sibulele Holweni, who does pack a good left and right boot, has the ability to just cut in and bring it on to a favored right foot. So free kick. UWC with acres of space, time. One would be looking for a dynamic finish, but again, that ball just missing narrowly. Aisha. Knox. Here's an opportunity for UWC to play a quick 1-2. It's not to be. So both coaches have interpreted each other very, very well in this match and have stifled and designed the attack and defense to the letter, finding it very difficult to penetrate, very difficult to find the answers as Vanessa loses out. Magama looking for Mjambane. Mjambane has Ndlovu on the left. Mjambane has Ndlovu on the right. Defense has been pretty solid for Green Buffaloes. Here is Agnes is available and finds Malin Mulenga, finds her, and the fight is on. Battle is on. Pwalia, Chileshe showing some good pace. She's really proving to be a nuisance in that defense as Chileshe. She's really hustling away, but one's got to be very careful as Figile Magama also in that moment. There were moments of concern for handball. Anywhere will do. The ladies are already thinking about the break. This is the critical phase of the match where every single player on the park will have to remain focused. They've got to remain focused. Versatile is Holueni. So is Esther Siamfuko. Knox forced backwards, and Siamfuko is really following her almost everywhere on the park, switching from the left to the right hand side, trying to cause that confusion. Hospital pass that was, and Bongeka Kamede will have to make sure that she increases the pace of the ball. Referee and Debaleng brings an end to the first 45 minutes in which we have been entertained to a tactically solid first 45. Two teams struggled to really get clear-cut opportunities. The woodwork coming to the rescue. Well, we confirmed the scoreline from the Mpira Stadium. University of Western Cape, no. Green Buffaloes, no. We will take a moment to have a look at those opportunities that fell for either side. The highlights of the first 45 minutes as we see Amogelang just closing down a very, very busy Everine Katongo. It was Knox who fancied a shot from distance, spotting the goalkeeper off her line. But Aisha Mbwana was pretty happy to see that ball go furthest away from the goal. Knox was not done yet. UWC looking for Ntomfikile Ndlovu, and it wasn't to be because the fouls coming in thick and fast. There's no love lost between these two sets of players, and that is another opportunity from Green Buffaloes that went way, way over the bar. Some careless marking, forcing Green Buffaloes to put the pressure on. Again, switching of play and end-to-end stuff yet again. On the edge of the box, it was Green Buffaloes who struggled to clear their line. Knox playing the quick 1-2 and some beautiful play. No-look pass from Ntomfikile Ndlovu. Didn't fall off too kindly for Knox. And that ball just trickling over the goal line to allow for goalkeeper to reorganize and rebuild. That was not the end, as the goalkeeper yet again was called upon. But the closest moment coming to Green Buffaloes, and that was Judith Zulu, who started the move and looking and finding a very busy Vanessa Chikupila, whose shot was blocked, and this time it was Bongeka Kamede just making sure she diffuses the situation. Amogelang, who was on the receiving end and continued to receive a number of fouls on the park, as Knox also continued to rotate the ball, recycle the ball. So tight it has been in the middle of the park, where UWC seemed to get the numerical advantage and show their midfield dominance. Knox also sharing with the crowd, playing for the crowd, showing some fancy footwork, but it was Green Buffaloes who also put in a good shift. Amogelang again on the receiving end. This time a yellow card had to be given to Judith Zulu for that challenge. Knox also taken down worse for wear. There's been challenges that have come in thick and fast from both sets of players, as Knox finds the going tough. It weren't to be, as again you're looking at a very, very tired pair of legs. That ball that skidded off the artificial turf was enough for the referee to bring an end to that first half of great excitement. Well, do join us in the second half for another intriguing 45 minutes. It ends at the Mpira Stadium with UWC no, Green Buffaloes no. Welcome back to the second half as we confirm the scoreline. University of Western Cape 0 and Green Buffaloes. Green Buffaloes. No. Changes being made by Green Buffaloes. 2 changes made by Green Buffaloes as they try to beef up the side, and one will just quickly do an analysis of the respective changes, and, bringing in a fresh pair of legs. It is UWC who is on the ball with their blue uniform, blue stockings, bit of yellow, and Green Buffaloes in the white uniform and a bit of black trimming, showing good strength in these opening minutes is Green Buffaloes that are attacking and forcing UWC on the back foot. It has been an intriguing match. It has been pretty tight, and a strike from distance. Bringing in, as soon as we can confirm the respective changes, we'll be able to share with you the players who have departed and those that have come in to inject and give it a more balance, or the coach not too happy with some of the instructions. Martha Banda losing out, and this time it is to Nondumiso Manengela. There's a chance for UWC, just losing out, and outnumbered is Mchambane. It's playing with the lone striker is UWC, packing the midfield where they've got the numbers, and also one is seeing the triangles develop between Ndlovu, Mutau and Manengela. Knox also given a bit of a free roll to cut in. So yet again, Vanessa Chikupila, the guilty party, saying, I did nothing. The referee was very quick to go to the player and try and diffuse the situation. So for a moment, play has been stopped as the player is given an opportunity to get onto her feet. It looks like Figile Magama is the player.
Fikiri Magama is the player, and now we can see that they're ready to take that shot right there in the center.
When we're looking at UWC, who's won a free kick almost at the center circle, just reorganizing themselves. The referee just also making sure that the ball is taken at the right spot. 0-0 the scoreline. Ball over the top. Bobbling on the edge of the box. Defense has been pretty solid for Green Buffaloes. Storky player has just come in. Helen Chanda. She's made her way onto the field as Helen Chanda. She'll definitely be a problem for UWC defense as the player goes down and quickly intercepted. Looks like Green Buffaloes have started the second half with more purpose. That ball in search of Mchambane. Ndlovu being asked to drop a little deep and help with the defending. Pauline Zulu has also made her way onto the park. Ball kept in play. It's Holoeni. Amogelang. Beautiful ball finding the passages. Nondumiso. Losing out is Sibulelo Holoeni to the captain. That is Memory Ntala. Helen Chanda. When you're looking at possession, you can say these two sides are really cut down the middle, sharing the possession, as they do have moments of control. And that ball just out for a throw-in. It's UWC. That will get the opportunity to get the game started. Nervy second half here in the opening 15 minutes. Crucial time for both players to manage the time, also remain focused at the job at hand. So many players are still thinking about the break and struggling to switch on. Knox. Force backwards. Very happy to allow them to have possession. Antonia Maponya is on the ball. Decent ball, looking for a menacing Majambane, who found herself in the box, and that is a corner for UWC.
We've just witnessed a beautiful pass there for UWC. That dribble was very beautiful and brilliant.
Corner. Holoeni to take the corner. They've pushed all the numbers, and only Gameda together with Figile Magama are the two players remaining in just on the halfway line. All the players have imposed themselves on the goalmouth of Green Buffaloes. So goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana has got to organize, forgetting that this is the goalkeeper that won the Golden Glove Award in 2022. You'll remember when they won this tournament, defusing Mamelodi Sundowns, held out to 90 minutes, held out in extra time. It had to take a penalty shootout to separate the champions of 2022. That's how close it has been between Green Buffaloes and Mamelodi Sundowns. They have exited the tournament in the semi-finals on 2021 as well as 2023. Mhlongo. Imposing is Domfigile Ndlovu. Green Buffaloes have worked on their defense. They are trying to make sure they cut the supply lines of UWC. Throw in. Losing out as Green Buffaloes shepherded into church. This as Lona Temba Mhlongo has the option to use a goalkeeper. She also has the option. It is Antonia Maponya who will take the throw in. Antonia Maponya. Header away. This time Siam Fuko tidies up as Holoeni. By her standards has had a very quiet game. Been part of the under-17, been part of the under-20 national team, has got senior caps. Here's Holoeni. She does pack a shot. Amogelang wins it back for UWC. Losing out is Mchamban. Here's an opportunity for Piri. She finds a Bongega Kamede who applies a safety first, and this will allow her defense to get back into position. Throw in, Piri. Oh, some good dummy there from Agnes Perry. Ball bobbling as Holweni loses out and eventually gets it at the second bite. It's a high ball, and there's not that many navy blue shirts. Very calm in the defending as Martha Banda does well. Here is Mchambare, who's looking for Knox. The creativity of Knox. Here she wins that ball, but only just, and gets the last touch, and that will allow Green Buffaloes, as Coach Tina Sonkembuli is calling the players to press high. She wants them to play in the mid-block, which will afford them more balance, which will afford them more opportunity to keep the pressure, to mount it on Green Buffaloes, who themselves are also coming up with ideas. Vanessa Chikupula is left with acres of space as Amu is really quite tenacious in that midfield. Antonia. Throw in for Green Buffaloes. Helped on by Piri. Ball is bubbling in the middle of the park. There's Pauline Zulu. Ndlovu. Continued with the fluidity. UWC. In the midfield, Nondumiso Manengela. Holweni. Needs a decent cross. Manengela, take a strike. Keeper gets a hand to it. It's taken 55 minutes. Nondumiso Manengela, number 15, gets the shot on target and comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper, Amu. This time, free kick goes to Green Buffaloes. Amu being helped up by Nondumiso. It's a free kick to Green Buffaloes.
What numbers came?
It's a free kick. The referee is making sure that the wall does its job. That ball dipping, not dipping quick enough, not to trouble goalkeeper Spesile Dlamini.
It went over the board, but it was a nice try.
A build-up yet again. UWC. They have the players out on the left and the right-hand side, showing the stability. Figile Magama, Antonia Maponya, Knox. The referee is allowing the fluidity of the match and not to blow for every foul, as Knox is known for her creativity. Coach will tell you that I can teach defensive responsibility, and up front you have the freedom to knock it about, and this is what happened earlier on. Here's Knox, and showing a quick 1-2, and yes, that should have been a foul. A little bit of a nibble on the ankles as Pauline Zulu is the player to stop Knox in her tracks, and she's back in the action as Knox.
Knox is a live wire. If you can't do most of those, she can actually quickly penetrate through that wall. And as you can see from the first half and now second half, she's still dominating in the middle and in front.
Talking about dominance, Judith Zulu, who has been substituted, as well as Bwala Chileshe. So 2 changes made by Coach Caroline Kanyemba. That is to inject a fresh pair of legs, bringing in Helen Chanda. That is a chance there for Amukelang, and the flag was up very quick.
That was too close, but it was an offside.
Remaining on the ground is Ndomfigi Ndlovu. rare moment to get behind that defense as we have a look at the beautiful camera work that is on display. Lovely slow motion to show it to you without fear or favor. Acres offside as Fikile Magama trying to connect with the outside of the right foot. And that is a moment that UWC will look at and hope it could have been a different result. Walking off the pitch rather gingerly as the medical team is very quick to try and get her back into the action. She has been pretty influential, is Ntomfikile Ndlovu. Green Buffaloes, Marta Banda in the middle as Everine Katongo switches play, finds Agnes Peary. Agnes finds Helen Chanda. Chanda with some strength and a shoot on sight policy that she has. Does pack a good left foot, but in that moment just getting it off target. Aisha Bwana, good range, finding some space, bypassing almost the midfield. Pauline Zulu's come on for Judith Zulu. Amogelang losing out. Piri on the ball. Buffalo's given away possession. However, it is another opportunity for Everine Katongo to take the ball to the left-hand side. Decent ball. Equally good to the task is Bongeka Gamere. Defensively, been pretty solid. Pilisa Mjambane. Free kick to Green Buffaloes. Free kick to Green Buffaloes. Two players on the park with peroxide at head, and easy for you to figure it out as to who's who. Up front, it's Helen Chanda. Is Green Buffaloes on the edge of the box. Everine Katongo, and wins a corner. Agnes Peary has been given the responsibility to take these corners. There's another change that is happening, and this time it is UWC. Ndlovu does not look like she will continue. It is Korki that will make her way. Full of running is Korki. Ntomfikile Ndlovu, who took a bit of a knock on the ankles, and seems like the coach is really wanting her players to all contribute 100%. Young Korki makes her way, former under-17 a national team player as Korki. Corner. It's taken short in the box, and another corner. It's a second corner consecutive. UWC have got all their players back, just allowing Korki out there in the outlets, but she too is drawn into the defensive responsibility. Keep an eye for Vanessa Chikupila. Also look at for Everine Katongo. Green Buffaloes have an opportunity to impose their presence. Decent ball, high in the air, and that is a disappointing corner. Pauline Zulu will want to improve on that. One of the two changes made by Coach Caroline. Forced change for Coach Tina Sonke Mbuli. Away as Fikile Magama tidies up for UWC. A player still down and, at full stretch. It's like Everine Katongo, the 21-year-old. And this is the moment as Everine Katongo is battling it out with Nokolo Kesane. Spoke about the two number 12s that have been at it since the first whistle.
They've been at it since the first whistle, and they've been on to head-to-head, and you can see that they're following each other where the ball is going, not giving each other space for each one of them to take the ball in front.
Well, it is a big ask and a difficult one at that. Holweni Amukelang riding a challenge, looking for the space. Here is Mchambane for UWC. She gives away possession, trying to use the break attacker from the defense. Green Buffaloes poking holes in that defense. Here's a chance from Jamban, trying to play the 1-2, this time intercepted yet again. Here's Agnes Peary. Vanessa losing out, hacking it away. This time Antonia Maponya, who's also quite tenacious in that defense. Everine Katongo. Strike from distance into the bucket. Keeper collects. He's rather confident. Goalkeeper is rather confident. It was a beautiful attempt by Green Buffaloes. There's a player down on the far left, and looks like Martha Banda. Once we get to see the number on the jersey, we'll be able to confirm the player who's grimacing in pain, and the medical team being summoned onto the park. Well, so far you're seeing two sides that are really going at each other, hammer and thong, after 65 minutes, still unable to get a clear opportunity.
I think UWC coach used the formation of 4-5-1 to attack so that they can frustrate Green Buffaloes. You know, when they come in all in numbers, they know that they can easily make mistakes, while Green Buffaloes is busy defending and not going forward with the ball.
Green Buffaloes, when you look at a player like Esther Banda, absolutely versatile. You go into the midfield, Everine Katongo, very composed, short passes, very comfortable on the ball. But you're also looking at the crowd that are waiting for the goal patiently at that. And I think they deserve a reward. They do need a goal, and that will get them off their feet. But one thing that is certain is that they have been entertained by good football.
They have been since morning, and they have been very patient waiting for the goals, especially for these two big teams in the second fixture.
So we're looking at Katongo for Green Buffaloes, who's really been in charge in that midfield, showing the balance and the distribution as well. It's been excellent. And when you're looking at the UWC making those runs in the wide area, has been Knox. Is Amogelang also carrying the hopes of trying to recycle the ball on connection. Beauty. Keeper, spot on.
Spot on. That is Aisha. Aisha was late and she saw the ball coming.
Goalkeeper puts her hand up. She says, I have that covered. But how close? Nondumiso Manengela. That ball rotated backwards. Good connection. And equally good save made by Aisha Mbwana. Let me remind you, those are safe hands. Winning the gold hands or the golden glove in Durban 2022. Mamelodi Sundowns know all about it. There's a worrying moment for Esther Siamfuka, who's flat on the ground. Her captain is also concerned, Memory Ntala. Players asking her to continue, but she's definitely concerned. And immediately the captain coming to the bench to communicate with the coach, that is Caroline Kanyemba, just to give them the assurance of believing in the plan and making sure that you can reshuffle the pack. That is important. Good communication.
Good communication goes a long way as teamwork, because it involves you guys to communicate so that you can work as a team.
Referee have a drop ball. Now build up. Aisha Mbwana finds Marta Banda. Banda looking for the ever-present Vanessa Chikupila. If ever there's a person who looks like they're going to score, it's Vanessa. If ever there's a player in UWC that looks like they're going to score, it could be Amogelang. Throw in for UWC. Gamede. They call her the Pitbull. Away into the opposition half. Playing the ball on the ground. Connection by Holweni. She thought she connected it very, very well. UWC still with the ball as Holweni loses her footing. Amogelang gives away possession as Korki was lurking and looking for the supply. Cut to pieces. Holweni is still grimacing.
Yeah, cut to pieces, and the defense was very late. She couldn't penetrate through.
When you look at Amogelang Motao showing great blend, showing great control, great visionary, Holweni, on the other hand, wasn't able to stay on her feet. But had she got control, had she got hold of that ball, I think we would have seen one of those beautiful strikes. Here's Holweni, another player going down. It's a bit of a stop-start and off-the-ball incidents. Nondumiso Manengela is another one of those getting a knock on the back. So the referee Chanda, Helen Chanda. Oh, that is the lady in chief, Sue Desson, who has really worked tirelessly for football on the continent. Even during COVID, COSAFA was very active. She's definitely not sleeping on the job. She's very much wide awake with the need of the players and mental health, is Lady Sue. Bongega Kamere, 70 minutes and counting. Vanessa. Green Buffaloes will try and keep it in play. Holweni. She wins it, but then gives away possession. Figile Magama has been very busy. Korki's just come on. She has the pace, but being frustrated by a very well-oiled machine in Marta Banda. Memory in Tala. Not that much spaces that are opening up or clear-cut opportunities. There's another change on the touchline just outside your picture. Green Buffaloes making another change. This is the third change. And number 14 is the player that is coming on, Natasha Nyangwe. That's Ms. Barbara Kunda, the president of Malawi Football Association.
Yes, that's Fleetwood Hayia, the farm president, visionary.
Free kick to Green Buffaloes. It's been rather scrappy in the second half, a stop-start approach as both sets of players getting in the challenges. It will be interesting to see the statistics at the end of the match as that ball goes over the top and finds Natasha. And she's very much closed down by Antonia Maponya. That resulting in a corner for Green Buffaloes, going to find herself some sort of spaces. Everine Katongo together with Pauline Zulu, and UWC have allowed just Korki the outlet. and will hope to use the explosiveness. Decent ball. Oh, that's a brilliant header. And it is Natasha rising the highest, breaking the hearts. The fans have waited for 74 minutes to get to see the brilliance of Natasha. Green Buffaloes have drawn first blood. Through the standard situations, a corner nicely floated into the danger area as Natasha does exceptionally well. She's just come on, Natasha Nyangwe, and what a moment.
What a moment indeed. Straight from the bench, you can see a header in the box. Just soon as Vanessa just exited, Natasha just registered that here we are the Green Buffaloes 2022 champions.
The goal was fantastic. It was well worked. The pressure was immense. The defense had to crack. We're going to have a frantic 15 minutes. When you look at the substitute made, you've got to give credit to the coach who read the situation. Natasha, rising highest. This is what the crowd wanted. This is what the crowd needed with 15 minutes to go. Gorky. Green Buffaloes will revert into defense. Bongega Gamede, guilty of giving away possession. Here is Natasha Nyangwe, goal scorer. Spulelo Holweni. Holweni brings in Antonia Maponya. Maponya using a goalkeeper who was left stranded in that attempt. Goalkeeper Spesihle Dlamini. Well, as it stands, Herentals will be poised on top of Group A with the number of goals that they have scored with 3 points. They will be locked with Green Buffaloes also, who will be with 3 points, but having scored just 1 goal, they will be in second position. UWC will be in third position, and the Namibians will be in fourth position, having conceded 3 goals. Still pretty tight out there. Throw in, Korki. Figile Magama, Amogelang. On the edge of the box is UWC. Korki is available. Needs to try and get herself quite open. Here's a possession being turned over. Green Buffaloes. UWC using Amogelang. Yes, Green Buffaloes. Good tackle in the midfield as Nondombisa does well for UWC. Korki has come on in the second half. Has yet to make a difference. A passage has been blocked. Natasha Nyangwe, who's operating on the touchline.
It looks like that goal was a wake-up call for UWC. As you could see that the game was becoming dormant. Now they are awake and they are bright and shining.
Talking about bright and shining, it has been a long day at the office. Some tired legs out there as well. And it had to take a moment of brilliance to separate the two sides. For UWC, they've got to dig deep. And for Green Buffaloes, they need to shut the back door, bring on more defensive players, or use the platform of defense to probably get a second goal, a goal that will shore up their confidence right now and also give them the opportunity to breathe. 1-0 scoreline. It's still very, very close. Ndumiso Manengela losing out. 80 minutes with 10 minutes to go. UWC 0. Green Buffaloes of Zambia 1. One bump. UWC in all sorts of trouble. Tidied up. Mongega Kameda, who's now finding herself to tracking back, and in the midfield, Antonia Maponya. Kameda. Here's Maponya, opening up some space, looking for the lines to release that pass. Holweni, who's been very, very silent on the left-hand side for UWC, has been given all the work to. She has 3 players around her. Maponya bringing in Amu. Take a shot. Nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely easy. Beautiful on the eye, and equally good to the task is Aisha Mbwana.
Aisha Mbwana staying down and taking easy in her office, knowing that the ball is safe in her hands.
It's a long ball. Mongega Kameda brings it back. Here's Green Buffaloes. They're not done yet. Away by Maponya as far as Knox, who has drifted out of this particular match. We haven't seen much of Knox as Mox trying to win the ball back for UWC. 2 players clashing. That ball. Maponya. Knox. Bundled out, bundled down, showing a bit of skill. And down she goes. Is Nokolo Klesane. Quite nippy, quite troublesome. She's been helped up. Have a look at this skill. She looks for the room. She knows exactly what she wants to do. She sells a dummy, header away, getting the plum, and then that should have been a yellow card. And for the use of the hand, as Everine Katongo just stops Nokolo Klesane in her tracks.
If Knox couldn't go down at that moment, she was going to fire up like a fireworks. She lost balance, as you can see, as soon as she did that.
It's a free kick. Amogelang is hoping to go route 1. She wants the defense to find their way into the box. Realizing that the goalkeeper is pretty solid. Amogelang, short ball. Brilliant save. Exceptional work defensively. Great save by the goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana, and making it rather difficult, but a brilliant move by UWC. Well trained, well executed, but you've got to give credit to the goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana. Have a look at this. Holweni loses out, and that ball trickles all the way to the last pole, and very, very fortunate, as denied by the goalkeeper Lona Temba Mhlongo in that moment.
The defense was very alert on that one, and knowing Aisha, we have just seen what she's capable of doing.
Ball on the left-hand side, far away as the support play improved of Green Buffaloes. Here is Knox yet again. Got a bit of a clipping. Agnes Piri on the edge of the box. She can take a shot. Didn't curl quick enough for Agnes. The crowd is trying to spur them on, reeling them home, taking them home. Agnes Piri. It's an opportunity for UWC to build up yet again from the defense as Lona Temba Mhlongo. But this is the beauty of Agnes Piri. ...83 minutes. Helen Chanda. Agnes, it's a high ball, one bump. Goalkeeper has got to be very careful of those high balls. Anywhere will do. As you can see, that Green Buffaloes are applying it to the letter, making sure that everyone goes into defensive mode. Here's Helen Chanda. Knox. No look pass from Knox. Antonia Mponya. There's a ball being allowed to, searching for Knox. Esther Banda just shepherding that ball into touch. The referee says that ball was moving, wants it to be stationary. There's another change. UWC removing Knox and bringing on it is another change for UWC. Koketso Mamabolo. Koketso Mamabolo. She carries the hopes of UWC in this match as Koketso's coming, a pretty nippy player, also full of running. Pretty much a similar kind of player to Knox, but does not have that amount of skill. Her first touch is one that is quite troublesome. Everin Katongo. Katongo brings in Pauline Zulu. Zulu will take a strike, and that is an easy ball for keeper.
Very easy and very weak, and just landed in the hands of the goalkeeper.
First touch, letting down Natasha Nyangwe, the goal scorer. 5 minutes to go to the 90. Magama. Bongega Gumede. She wants the keeper to send a long ball, get the range. They are battling to deal with the time. Jamban. Gamede. Magama. Amu brings in Figile Magama. Magama looking at Tiffany Korki. Korki plays it to Manengela. Manengela losing out. Korki trying to come back and does well to win it back for UWC. It is Amu. Amu brings in Magama. Another long ball for UWC out on the left-hand side. Mchamban. She has company. Here is the young Koketso. UWC enjoying a good passage of play, ball in the box, and again, keeper has commanded her area. Keeper has been in control and making it look so easy. Using her stature, using her height. Estabanda, Everine Katongo. Amu wins it back. This time, Koketso losing out. Closed down and at full stretch as Koketso goes into the challenge. But it is Bongega Gamed. She can take a strike from distance if she wants, but that's not to trouble a goalkeeper. Mistake made. And that was pretty close. Quick recovery by the goalkeeper. Another opportunity missed.
Another one missed. And the goalkeeper was late. The defense came in to save the goalkeeper as soon as they could.
Figile, Bongega Gamere sent a long ball. Coming from an onside position was Mchambane. Keeper makes a hash of it, but gets up, and that ball just ricocheting off Esther Siamfuko. Have a look at that ball. Getting the bounce, the awkward bounce, and Mchambane doesn't do well. That ball still bobbling in the 18-yard, and the referee picks up the free kick as we confirm the scoreline. It is UWC 0, Green Buffaloes 1, still leading in this mouth-watering match. There are no early departures from the venue. They are all looking on and hoping and wondering, is the scoreline to remain as is? Maponya, the bounce of the ball just causing a little bit of havoc. Yes, Agnes Piri. Agnes Piri Good layback. Piri does well and tidied up. Lona Temba Mthongo. Magama is UWC in panic mode. And Green Buffaloes doing well to rotate the ball, keep possession. Everin Katonga. Katonga has the opportunity to drive, and a strong one at that. Nondomiso Manengela on the ball. On the left-hand side is Green Buffaloes, and a foul. A foul. Pauline Zulu. Bongega Gomere been asked to stand up. Been asked to stand up. Is another yellow card. And this time it is Pauline. She'll take one. Spotting the danger that Gamere plays those long balls. Had to stop her in a track. We are 4 minutes away. Just confirmation of the yellow card for Pauline. 4 minutes to be added. 4 minutes for UWC to get an equalizer. 4 minutes for Green Buffaloes to shore up. Get that goal. Yes, Korki. Diffused. Great defending. Green Buffaloes are applying the safety first. 4 minutes has been added by the referee. Amu Maponya. After 90 minutes, it has been a big ask as the focus of the players definitely been questioned. Tiredness creeping in mentally, physically, and otherwise. Holweni. Pressure, forcing the errors. Everin Katonga losing out. Quick one. And Everin Katonga also getting a foot in it to stop this attack. Barrage of attacker from UWC. Away this time, Pauline Zulu will tidy up for Green Buffaloes. Here's Kamere and Helen Chanda. Helen Chanda will tell you anywhere will do. Everyone's becoming a ball boy on the touchline, especially if you are a UWC supporter.
Indeed, because the time is running out. They only have a few minutes left to prove themselves.
Katonga Koketso on the edge of the box, staying on her feet. There's Nondumiso, but a good challenge coming in. Memory Ntala is also being the main orchestra in that defense. Esther Banda has worked very hard in that defense. They've coordinated it very, very well. UWC switching play, finding Figile Magama on the edge of the box, but forced away. That is not to trouble Green Buffaloes. UWC throwing everything at Green Buffaloes. Lovely footwork. Korki with the ball, needs a good delivery. Instead, it's hacked away. Helen Chanda's dropped her a lot deeper than expected. But your coach will tell you, when you have got the goal, you don't need 4, you don't need 5. It is an important one goal. That goal will definitely separate these two sides. And a foul. Bongega Kamede has come out of it. Pauline Zulu is on a yellow card. We'll get to see what the referee does. Instead, helps Pauline up. This is the incident. And again, Pauline getting into it, holding back Koketso. Foot up, and should have received another yellow card, which would have been a red card. And it's a free kick to Green Buffaloes. Teresa Sitoko, who doesn't want to spoil the party, allowing some good talking to for the players. to correct their mistakes. Bongeka Kamede on the ball, it's a strike, doesn't dip quick enough. Keeper is not too concerned. Precious moments ticking. The referee, Sitoko, can blow her whistle any minute now, any second now. And she will look at her watch. It's a job well done by Green Buffaloes. A pretty difficult assignment in their first match of Group A. And celebration begins. Congratulations to Green Buffaloes for an excellent day at the office. It is high fives all round as Carol Kanyemba draws first blood and gives thanks to her players, the dedication of the players. It was Natasha Nyangwe who did the job, got the goal very late in the second half, and again Helen Chanda, who came on and was very troublesome since coming on, using her stature, using her pace, and using her physicality to dominate. The heads are down of UWC. They have it all to do. But having a look at Lona Temba Mhlongo, who looks like she's been in the wars, and a very, very happy Green Buffaloes. We do confirm the scoreline from the Mpira Stadium. Green Buffaloes of Zambia win this one by 1-0. A goal in the 74th minute by Natasha Nyangwe, giving them a pack at the back to make sure that they put a pressure on Herentals, who were earlier winners. Well, there is a lady of the match, and let's have a look at the highlights. And that is the goalkeeper that does exceptionally well to defuse the situation. It was Pauline Zulu who takes a strong attempt and comfortably into the hands of Spesihle Dlamini. Another opportunity falling to Nondumiso Manengela. And this is the goal that separates the two. And goalkeeper came out, didn't dominate her area, punished by Natasha Nyangwe, who just came off the bench. And Amu gave everything she could, but could not beat an Aisha Mwawa, who's done well in this tournament so far, to keep a clean sheet. Agnes Peary was another player who continued to shoot a few bullets in, but not getting them on target at all. That ball going over the top and one bounce. Should have done better with it, but unfortunately it is left to worry. Let's go down to the player of the match, who is the captain of Green Buffaloes. That is Memory Ntala, receiving her award for a fantastic day at the office, leading from the front and making sure she receives her award for her efforts, supported by the team and the players around her. Green Buffaloes deserving of the win. It has been a fantastic day at the office and greatly supported. Yes, Green Buffaloes just making sure that they give thanks to all who have come to watch and witness the demolition of UWC. What a way to get started. Spoil for choice in this tournament, as Group A is done and dusted in today's fixtures. And good to see players like Vanessa Chikupula, who had a wonderful day at the office using her lanky frame, and not forgetting diminutive Everine Katongo, another one of those players who is part of the Copper Bells, and they have really worked tirelessly at this on this day to make sure they are the ultimate winners. Still so much to do for Green Buffaloes. UWC, on the other hand, although they are the debutants, but put up a good fight, and a fight they did. Tina Sonke Mbuli just making sure that her charges pick their heads up. Bonkega Kamede having a good day at the office. Lona Temba Mhlongo as well. And Amukelang Motau in the midfield was pretty much a put bull organizing those attacks. But again, when we're looking at this well-oiled machine, we also get to look at the results of today. Green Buffaloes were 3-1 against UD Lechinga, a debutant in this particular tournament. It was goal scored by Mafuruse as well as Agnes, and not forgetting Melody coming off the bench, and the response from Ongos from Namibia, that was the goal that they scored. Looking at the other fixtures that will be taking place, that is tomorrow. But before then, we're looking at 3 points apiece between the Rentals as well as Green Buffaloes, this after both teams winning 1 goal apiece. The goal difference separates number 1 from number 2. University of Western Cape are sitting in 3rd position with FC Ongos Ladies at the bottom of Group A. Let's then take a look at what we have in store for you tomorrow at this very same venue. It is a Group B fixture tomorrow in which we will get to see Gaborone United. They are up against UD Lechinga and Ascent Academy. That is the home team, and we are expecting a full crowd. They are up against Young Buffaloes from Eswatini. That game is at 3 o'clock. We thank you very much for being with us in this on our day 1. And again, we would say Imperial Stadium is where it is happening. Zikomo.